What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This I James. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. I don't got much here, but it's a nice array of different items. I like that. All right, what happened yesterday? Well, overnight, I'm guessing offers are still all jacked up, and I'm guessing they had an issue with them because I have not received an offer in 12 hours. Or no, sorry, 9 hours. I was thinking 12 o'clock. In 9 hours. So. And we know there's been a lot of issues with offers, so I'm guessing that's still kind of ongoing. That's what it feels like anyway. I had offers kind of throughout the night. 11, 12 o'clock hour, 1 o'clock hour, 3 o'clock hour, 4 o'clock hour. Then nothing until 7 o'clock hour. But no super big chunks. If anything, I could say between 2 and 7, I sold 2 items. So I guess 2 items in 7 hours. But like I said, I'm at 2%. So, and that's only on a third of my store. So it's really hard to gauge when I'm doing different things. So. But the offer thing definitely seems like something's still shaky with that. So how did yesterday turn out? So if you didn't watch yesterday's videos at all, at the end of yesterday morning's video, I decided to do a new experiment where I just turned off the promotion for all my low dollar items, anything under $10, and only leave the above $10 items at 2%. Day before yesterday, $296. Womp, womp, womp. Yesterday, $820. My guess is that whatever happened, that whatever they did overnight and worked on the site, it did something yesterday. Whether that's re-indexing stuff or whatever the case may be, would be my guess. What I would like to think is that's the way it's supposed to be every day. But unfortunately, we're not in that world no more. We are at $9.45 this morning. I'm at $65. So we'll see how the day winds up and see how this new cutting off the low dollar ones and only messing with the higher dollar ones change things. And that might be a way to go forward in this test. Like after riding this one out for a few days or whatever, and then whatever I do, don't turn the low ones back on yet. To take the high ones up to 3%, see what happens, type of thing. We'll see. All right, another sale. Yay! Kind of out of it today. I had a hard time sleeping. I guess I forgot take my sinus medicines yesterday. So I started getting a headache toward the end of the day, and it's in my head, and I couldn't sleep properly. So, kind of tired today. Yeah, so we'll see what happens today. It'd be nice if I could just leave it here forever. That would be ideal. We will see. I don't expect that, but we will see. So yeah, pretty simple. Out of the gate. Let's do some questions and comments and get these items shipped. See if we have anything to talk about. Comments. Let's see. First up, unfortunately, anything less than the suggested promotion rate, which for me is 11 to 12% on pretty much all my items, you don't see consistency any less than that. I've tried it, and it's really a shame what eBay did. My sales are down 50% from last year of this promotion greedy money grab they're doing. Hey, oh my God, there's no period in this paragraph. Periods, punctuality. Because of this promotion money grab doing, if you're not at least suggested rate, your prices aren't competitive, you're not going to have consistency and volume. You're looking for sad reality of eBay now. Find that sweet spot between price and promotion that works for you. I rattled my brain over this day and night, and I'm sorry, I'm having fun with this. And I'm over at suggested rate, competitive pricing. I know you hate free shipping, but it's also better than charging. No, it's not. I will argue that to my grave. Free shipping is nowhere near. I've done it for a year and then tried it for a few months after that. Yeah, free shipping is the downward spiral to bankruptcy. Hope this helps. Love your videos. Yeah, I'll go to the grave saying free shipping. No, do not do free shipping ever. Not at least on single items. You can try it, buy more than one, get free shipping, because that will push more sales. And then when it comes to returns, if you're doing free returns, free shipping will take more money out of your pocket. Late your daily goals before or after fees. Late your daily goals before or after fees. Maybe you're just trying to say what? No, what your daily? I don't. What are? My minimum goal for now is 150 a day after fees, so it's more like 200. Yeah. I talk about that in several of the videos. Exactly what the number is. It's 240, 241 after fees. So. China-run CEO Walmart leader is selling us U.S. sellers out, China in. So sad we buy this junk. eBay gets better when he leaves. I would probably mirror that remark. I would mirror that remark. If they're actively throttling you and not intentionally throttling, that would be fraud. Well, creating an algorithm that throttles you is intentionally not intentionally throttling you. First of the month, people get money. Somebody said something yesterday somewhere, and I kind of started like just basic. It was in a live, Josh's live, I think it was. There's like so many people who just want to say it's this one thing or it's that one thing, right? When it's a whole lot deeper than that. And so yesterday I gave up on that person in the live because I'm kind of looking at it as it's almost like a college kid explaining to a kindergartner how calculus works. It's more than just 1 + 1. You know what I mean? So something like. So I kind of attribute it to people who just say it's one thing and that's it. It's your items. That's the equivalent of trying to explain to a kindergartner what's going on. A mechanic trying to explain to a kindergartner how the engine is rebuilt. I mean, that's the way I kind of attributing to it now. Anybody who says as one line, I'm just looking at as kindergarten basics, basically. And that's fine if you want to live there. I have no problem with people wanting to live there, but you can't win arguments with kindergarten logic unless you're arguing with another kindergartner. And I think what we've gone through, we're beyond kindergarten. with all this stuff. I think you are onto something if you put your feet in the shoes of the algorithm programmer. Capping daily promoted page views based on number of store items is one variable that can tweak based on promotion percentage. That being said, let me go check my numbers. So my theory was, yesterday I turned it off early. Will I have about 200 page views on promoted? So I ended up having 43 items sell yesterday, 27 organic, 16 promoted. My promoted page views was 176. So a little bit lower than the 200, but I got more sales. So did I get more quality impressions? Let me go to, today's February 1st. Let me go through 31st to the 1st. See, it's hard to say because all my impressions still read down, because when I was doing a higher percentage, you got a lot of impressions. My top 20 impressions still saying down 34%. So it's hard to get a read on these because of the drastic change. I'd really have to wait over 30 days, I think, to really have it cleaned out, to know like if yesterday was better than the day before. Like my non-search impressions are up 61% from the 30th through the 1st. But my top 20 is down 20%. My rest is down 22%. But my promoted impressions is up because I had promotions off for 2 days. But the non-search is up and the rest aren't. So maybe I'm not getting the quality then. I don't know. I'm trying not to think too much into it. I'm trying to stay pretty shallow with this. So it's either something's going to work or it's not going to work. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it. So all right, back to questions. It would seem all sales that come in after the cap kicks, it would have to be organic only until the cycle restarts. Follow up. I think it isn't store size, but rather the number of items you have activated to the promotion. Okay. A week ago, I reduced the number of promoted items from my full store of 1,600 down to 1,000, and the number of promoted clicks went up 2.5 times. This suggested we were given a budget of impressions and assigned a click-through cap based on the number of items promoted and the ad percent used. The 600 items I dropped from promotions are all my one-of-a-kind items like 35 millimeter slides, photographs, unique items. Okay. I'm putting that in the bank. I'm not trying to break that down right now. So putting that in the bank, in the subconscious. Can you do a tax video? Yeah, I can do it right here. I hire someone so I never have to do anything about it. The end. I give them my passwords. They get in, pull the stuff they need. The end. That's my tax video. And then my payroll and payroll tax is all set up through Gusto, Gusto. It's something you can set up to automatically take your payroll, and it sends your payroll to your bank account, your personal bank account from your business, and then it will send your taxes to your tax place. So it's all done hands off. In Tech and Sports Live feed today, he touched upon two variables that might be hurting sales: bad or irrelevant keyword separators. I'm not even sure exactly what that means. Bad or keyword separators. Like, what does that mean? Like, what is a bad keyword? Because any keyword's going to get views on the items. I mean, if it's a t-shirt, you're putting in what the t-shirt is. What's bad? What's a bad keyword, I guess? Like if I try to put Lion King on the Dukes of Hazzard, is that what you're? I mean, that's obvious. If that's what you mean, so I'm not really sure what that means exactly. So the second one touched upon bad international sales. He said that the dollar is really strong overseas, so sales might suffer due to that. Yeah, and the fact that shipping goes up 2 times a year when it comes to international sales. So that is the variable that hurts international sales the most. I get a question every 3-ish days. Why is shipping so high? And it's an international person. I'm like, it goes up every year. If you want something, you better get it now because it's only going to go up again. I'm like, the government raises it twice a year, our shipping. So the international sales or shipping going up consistently is the biggest hurt on sales. And I've had a few people on here international viewers who have said that straight up too. So that's the first and foremost, and I do believe that. Hey James, some info for you. Looks like offers aren't working tonight. eBay gave me one offer only to say that I didn't have the offer. It was only an hour after the time I checked before. Yeah, definitely offers are still not fixed. Ain't it kind of sad that something like offers, I mean, I think we're going on like 2 months, headed toward 2 months of the offers not working properly. Why does it take so long to fix one thing? And if it takes that long to fix one thing like offers, can you imagine? I mean, I still have stuff wrong that's been wrong for a year and a half now that has not been fixed. So can you imagine how long this search engine crap's going? Like, what did I typed in something yesterday. I was doing comps. I don't know. I don't think it was a sweater, but like I put in a name brand sweater, women's, and it brought up every type of women's sweater in existence. The first one was the name, but then everyone underneath it was every name brand in existence in like a women's sweater. I forget exactly what it was, but that's perfectly analyzed or perfect example right there. So search was not even giving back great results yesterday. I tried everything to figure out what eBay wants and have found nothing I do or don't do makes a difference. It just causes me frustration and wastes my time. Been on eBay for 14 years with a large store. Yeah, it's a headache. I think you're spot on, James. Or thank you. I had some offers today, but they were all showing as return requests under the task tab. Interesting. I thought I had 4 returns, and when I clicked on them, they ended up being offers. Huh. I've never noticed that. Interesting. Wouldn't surprise me, but it doesn't surprise me, I should say. I think you're right. Also, sometimes search breaks as well, and nothing is found. Hit enter again, same exact test, and results come up. Yes, I've had that happen a lot, where I will search something and nothing will come up. I'm like, come on, there's something here. Hit it again, something comes up. So how many customers, potential customers, are looking stuff up on eBay, hit enter, nothing comes up, and they just move on? That happens a lot for me. That's one thing. Like, I always forget little things here and there until you guys mention them. That is one thing that happens a lot for me. It's a round robin system, just like World of Warcraft loot, but it is not definitive, meaning there are a lot of exceptions to the rule. Yeah. Okay, let's see what you got to say here. I think it's something with your store or account. You said you are getting average page views of 1,100 to 1,200 with 52K items at 15 to 20% promoted. I have less than 900 items. I promoted 6%, and my average page views are 500. I think your promoted is too high for the results, and 2% is your baseline. Maybe drop the to 10 and let that ride for a week and check your numbers. You may just be at the 1,200 level for what you sell, so there is no reason to give eBay more money if it is not helping you in the equal amount. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to find that baseline right now. So, yeah, let's get him to 18,000. All right, that's my sub count. I'm at 17,966 subs. So thanks, everybody. Which one is it? Day 5.5? What does it say? Don't overpromise, James. By the way, my sales came back last night, January 31st. Did everybody have, what was your sales like yesterday? Did you guys have a crazy abnormal high day like I did? All right, let's do some Siobhan. So that was just paid. I can move on from that. Did I have any international sales since I had a few sales overnight? Let's see. Got UK. Got South Korea. Got UK. So see, when I had sales at different hours in the night and not a total blackout, I get international sales. All right, first up, a purse I just put up. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name. Yeah, you will, James. Etini Igner? I don't know. Anyway, sold for $20, headed to Massachusetts. I put it in there. Let me get a bag or something to put this in so it don't get scratchy. Scratchy. Still don't have this box memorized. 15 by 11 by 7. $114. Martha. Will today bring enough money in So we're at $77 now. You would think at this rate it would, you know? Like $77 at 10 a.m. How can I not get over $400, you know? You would think having almost $100 by 10 a.m., you could easily get to $400 with 52,000 items. I mean, it used to never be a problem, right? So it's a new world we live in. Are you ready for a media lot? Yeah. Sammy and the Snow Monkeys, which is a local artist. Produced by Frankie. Is that King of the Hill Frankie that produced this? That's the only Frankie I know, so my guess would be yes. And Blue Dixie, About Time on cassette tape. Let me fix the case there. Can you take it or leave it? King of the Hill. I should replace that too. Yeah, that one's cracked. Take it or leave it. What was that? It was an offer. Was yesterday just a word I like to say that I can't say? Anomaly. Was yesterday just an anomaly? Anomaly? Or will I have another $800 day today? One could only hope. These sold for 1 for $5, 1 for $7. Headed to Marion, Illinois. And then we gotta go media. Mr. Michael Productions. Next up, we've got Voice Farm CD. Sold for $7, headed to Bridgeport, Connecticut. I need to take my freaking sinus pills. I forgot to take them before I came downstairs even. Alrighty. John. Next up, Cupid. High heel. Women's shoes. Platform. High heel. Peep toe, right? Or open toe? I put peep toe. Peep toe. I'm guessing it's peep toe. Headed to Puerto Rico. Sold for $8. Probably this one. The bad keyword thing. Like women's clothes, I'm awful with keywords for that. I don't know what the difference between a tunic and a blouse is. So I stink when it comes to women. So that might be what the keyword thing meant. Because I definitely stink when it comes to that. All right, let me find a couple bags. So my fiber is definitely quicker. I haven't taken any pictures on eBay yet to test it there. I did notice my video seemed to upload a little bit slower yesterday evening. It was at the 5 o'clock hour, about 5:30. And I think fiber is affected by traffic, right? So I will see uploading this video if it takes longer or not. But everything else is super quick. So it's nice not to have any lagging. Charter's just been awful lately. I mean, just consistent lagging, and at 5 o'clock on the dot, it just like, whoo, everything just starts. I'm like, wow. And that started when they announced they were updating the area. So whatever they did, their updates to the area slowed my performance. Tom Hunter Love Heals cassette. So for $8.40, headed to Fresno, California. The guy who was installing the fiber, he just seemed like he didn't want to be at his job. I mean, he just, when he called, he was like, is it even down your street yet? I'm like, no, but they pulled it off. All right. You know, and then when he got here, I'm like, are you having a bad day? You just seem like you don't like your job. I'll just be straight up. I was like, no, I had a good day so far. I'm like, oh, okay. So at least I made him aware of his actions. So then I just started being more open, joking stuff. Yeah, I'm like a kid at Christmas. I've been waiting for faster internet for long. You know, so I started just, so they started loosening up and lightening up about it. And then eventually, when he got into the house and was doing the part, I would stand there and talk to him. So he's retiring in 8 months. He'll be able to retire. So he's looking for a trailer. He noticed the camper next door because he's looking for a camper to buy so he can start traveling with his woman. He didn't say wife. He didn't say wife or girlfriend. He just, I think he said woman friend. So I don't know if it was wife or girlfriend or not. But I drew near CD. So for $10.50, headed to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So by the time he was left, he was all very the opposite of when he got here. So I'm like, I've tried to make it all easy for you. I moved everything out of the way. You only have to go in the front room. It's real simple. I'm like, less than 25 feet of cord should do it. You know, I'm trying to lighten his load, if you will, so it wouldn't be one of those places where he went into and he probably had to freaking take an hour just to run a cable because of the going up into the walls and whatever. I'm like, I got a hole in the floor. I already drilled a hole in the floor from before. I don't care. Just stick it up through the hole. It don't have to be in the wall. All right, and the last U.S. item is this Neiman Marcus women's sweater. Sold for $9, headed out to California. Arlene. Oh, man. Told you I didn't sleep well. Print. I sold one of my pickups the other day. Something a little different. That's an $8 DVD. Those are not promoted, so that's nice. Okay, at least not promoted anymore. Suzanne. I only know one Susan. Used to work with her. Friends with her on Facebook, but she stopped talking to me in like 2016 because I was voting for Trump. Isn't it funny how, like, at that time, if you said you were voting for, and I only voted because he wasn't a politician. Well, that was the main reason anyway. But ain't it funny how, like, at that time, if you said that, people just categorized you as evil? And ever since then, have you noticed where people don't understand that everybody's individuals? Like, everybody wants to lump everybody into one category. Like, if you did this, then you are this type of person. And it's like, really? You can't view people as individuals? That they may have other reasons? You don't understand that people have different beliefs or different walks of life that they've experienced, different experiences in their life? Are you so shallow that you think just because somebody does one certain thing that you're automatically that type of a person who is X? It's like, really? That really makes no sense to me. But what's cool is when you see people like in 2024 and even in 2023, that whole kind of stigma's kind of gone away. Because I think a lot of people realized the difference between a politician and a business person. I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Vivek would be the VP running. Because he's business-minded too. But it's like the stigma has gone away for the most part, but yet you still see little bits of media trying to push the same narrative, like people who vote for Trump are X amount, X. Who still tries to push, but it seems like it's a lot less accepted these days. It's not as prevalent to be, I don't know, it's just weird. Like, times are weird. Like, social media and media as a whole is really taking the individuality out of individuals, which don't make sense because you get to see people's individualities more prevalent with their updates or their videos or their pictures or whatever, Like, you can really tell more about a person today than you could 20 years ago. But yet people seem to be treated more as groups as opposed to individuals. I kind of chalk it up to there's always simple-minded people in society. It's just you hear they're usually the noisiest, I guess. So you hear them the most. So they seem more prevalent now. It's not really the truth. And if you get out and actually interact with people, you know that and you see that type of thing. But as time goes on, less and less people get out because you can do everything from home now. So it's easier to believe something like that. Like, there are just these massive groups of... I think the one thing that gets me the most is when people... I saw or read or something yesterday or the day before that said, if you vote for Trump, you hate America, and you're for destroying democracy. And I'm like, everyone who I know or see or whatever that votes for Donald Trump usually has an American flag or something. Why would they be hating America if they're running a flag? And so it never really made sense to me. I don't know. It just seems like everybody tries to push an agenda to see if it'll stick, because everything seemed to stick in 2015 or whenever it was. Oh, that's what it feels like anyway. So I got this repair parts camera going to South Korea. I wonder if they read it. It says parts only. Sold for $22.50. Oh. Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's the fact that we live in a weird world. I think that we live in a weird time where it's easy to create a false world. Like, even if somebody said they, would vote for somebody who I wouldn't vote for, why would I think that person is doing it because they're an evil person, or a bad person? They're doing it for a reason, and that's their reason. It doesn't matter. What matters is, are they a good person? And that does not dictate if you're a good person. Did they kill somebody this week? That would dictate if they're a bad person or not. $22.49. That's why you can't watch media. Can't watch the news. If you do hear something, you have to check 50 other places to make sure you're getting the truth. So then you just ignore everything. That's what I do. I've always have, though. For the most part. I've always been just an ignorer of all that. If it's not in my bubble, I don't worry about it. Because no matter what happens out there, there's a good chance it's not going to change anything. Or at least anything drastic within my bubble. And if it does, I'll figure it out. All right, here's my first of my fake books that sold. So this is I think this is one of the smallest ones. Headed to the UK, sold for $13. So, they weren't worth too much, but I got, 21 of them total. So, no, I need a 10 by 8 box. Or I can just pull this one. Let me clear my throat. Let's see, I grew up. That's the cool thing when you grow up with nothing. The only one's going to help you is you. And if you don't have that mentality, you just wind up stuck in a rut, stuck in poverty. By 9 by 6. One, 7. Use storage box. 13. And the last one, the Wildlife Unlimited in Cuba, Missouri camouflage hat headed to the UK, sold for $8. That's how much I never believed that most things don't matter, is because I never voted, because there was never a business person running. The only time I did was for a business person. Because I wanted to have a little hope that something could be different. But when you know what goes on in like the deep military and stuff, and how they're their own country, basically their own entity, not the normal military you see, but everything else is just a puppet show, just to keep us occupied and distracted and separated. You gotta keep them separated. That's why I always find it weird when somebody like, say, Green Day come out politically about something. It's like, how do you not see that it's all just charades anyway? Especially somebody who's, like, you see, like, they're supposedly, punkish. And you see people who are, it's just weird. People who you thought would fight the establishment or something, all of a sudden supports one side of the establishment. It's like, really? It's weird. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm just talking. Because I'm trying not to think too much details into what's going on. So I had, another sale. Let's see where we're at. It's 10:30. I'm at $116. So let's see what kind of day we can have today. Jan's off, so she'll probably be taking some pictures with me today, because I don't think I feel like going anywhere. Plus, I got a lot of stuff anyway. And get this headache gone first, so I can get motivated. All right, thanks everybody. And please don't take offense if I said anything there. I'm not getting political. I was getting more, I don't know, trying to be more common sense based. Because everybody always seems so out of it when it comes to common sense, when it comes to that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, like I said, Only you can help you. If gas goes to $6 a gallon, guess what? You got to find a way to make that extra $4 somewhere. How are you going to do it? Only you can help you. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. I will see you all in the next video. Later.